Hi everyone. In this video I am going to explain about what is UIDAI Standard Certificate format, which is mentioned in the list of valid documents by the UIDAI department, which means Aadhaar department, and I am going to explain about how to fill the UIDAI Standard Certificate and to whom and all we can get the certificates to go for an Aadhaar new enrollment, updates or corrections, whichever you want. If you want to go for an Aadhaar new enrollment or update, you have to produce some of the supporting documents which is available in the UIDAI official website. So I am just shared this UIDAI official website. It's uida.gov.in, which can be visible on the screen. So if you go to this website, you can able to see the My Aadhaar option in the home page. So just go to the list of supporting documents link. If you just click that link, you can able to view and you can able to download the list of acceptable supporting documents which is shared by the Aadhaar department. In this document, so they have separated into 4 parts. So first thing is POI, proof of identity document, then POA, proof of address document, then POR, proof of relationship document, then finally DOB, date of birth documents. So if you see POI document, they are given some 32 types of documents. Even POR, they are given some 14 types of documents. In DOB, some 15 type of documents. Similarly, POA, they are given some 45 types of documents. So if you see this document, some maximum you can able to find the pre-verified documents. It's like a PAN card, bank passbook, bank statement, voter ID, driving license and all. If you don't have any pre-verified documents like PAN card, passport or bank ATM card with photo or driving license, etc. So what you can do, if you don't have any pre-verified documents, you can go for this UIDAI Standard Certificate format. So this can be useful if you don't have any pre-verified documents to go for a new enrollment, which means new Aadhaar enrollment, update or corrections. So if you just come down from the same page, they given this UIDAI Standard Certificate format. So this is the UIDAI Standard Certificate format. This can be used for POI document, POA document, POR document and DOB document also. So further pages, they given the sample filled gazetted format also. Then further pages, they given the instruction how to fill this gazetted format. They given the instructions also in the further pages. Let's see how to fill this UIDAI Standard Certificate to go for an Aadhaar new enrollment or update. First, if you go to this instruction page, general instruction will be this application form consists of 2 parts. One is resident details and certificate details. So resident details is nothing but who is going to enroll for new Aadhaar update, so their details will be considered as a resident details. Then who is going to certify this certificate, so those are all called certifiers. So these 2 details will be filled and to get the certificate from the certifiers using this UIDAI Standard Certificate. So these 2 types are there. Then incomplete or inappropriately filled applications forms will not be accepted. So it should be filled properly without any correction or overwriting. So those documents only will be accepted for any new enrollment or update, otherwise it will not be accepted. Please follow the instructions given below the form. Certificate has to be printed on plain paper. So this UIDAI Standard Certificate, this empty format should be printed on A4 plain paper. Don't need to print on any letterhead or something. So you can just print or take a photocopy into just A4 size paper, blank paper. That is enough for the enrollments. Then use capital letters to fill this form. Don't use small letters, because if you write it in small letters, so somebody will write it in giant letters also, so it will not be visible clearly. So better you can write your details into capital letters. Then use standard fonts and avoid stylized writing. So better you can use standard format writings, because if you write it in giant letters or italic formats and all, it won't be visible clearly, because they have to scan this document while completing this enrollment or update in Aadhaar enrollment process. So while scanning, it should be visible clearly, because it will go to quality checking in the UIDAI server side. So better you can write standard, you can use standard formats, so then it will be visible clearly. Then your enrollment or update should not be rejected from their side. Then you can use blue or black ballpoint pens only. Don't use ink pens, because if you are using ink pens, because of some reasons it will not visible clearly. So better you can use blue or black ballpoint pens to fill this form. Put a tick marks in the boxes where you have to select options. So if you see this document, so some options are there to select from your side. So like if you are an Indian resident, you have to select resident option. If you are an NRI candidate, you have to select NRI candidate. So whichever is applicable, just tick whichever is applicable to you. Otherwise you can just leave it blank. Don't try to put cross mark in this unrelevant boxes. Just mention the applicable boxes as a tick mark. Remaining you can leave it blank. Then write clearly within the boxes without touching the boundaries. While writing this format, just write the letters clearly in the middle of the boxes. Don't try to write the letters with touching the boundaries or touching the lines, so it will not be visible clearly. So better you can write the letters with clear handwriting in center of the boxes. Leave one box blank after each complete word. So if you are having two names like Ramesh Gupta, which is shown in the screen, so you have to leave one box blank between the two names. So like Ramesh, then you can leave one space, then you can start writing as a Gupta. So that will be correct format. Do not write NA or N-A are not applicable in any boxes in the form to convey that the column is not relevant for your cases. So if you don't have, if some of the rows are not applicable to you, just leave it blank. Don't write NA are not applicable in any unrelevant boxes. So like example, if you don't have any landmark for in your address, you can just leave it blank. No need to write not applicable. You can just leave it blank, or if you have any landmark, you can write it in landmark field. So that's all. Then part B, field wise guidelines for filling up the certificate. So you can see the form. So I am just going to explain from the sample form. If you see the right side, you can see the date of the certificate. So you have to write the correct date actually. So in the date, month and year format, it should be clearly written. Don't try to use any whitener or overwriting. So it should be written clearly, and you can see this document to be valid for 3 months from the date of issue. So if you are getting the certificate from the date of certificate, then it will be valid only for next 3 months. So once this 3 months time is over, then you cannot use this form to go for a new enrollment or update. So better get the signature within 3 months valid period. Then down below you can see 4 options will be there. So first is resident or NRI. If you are an Indian resident, then you can choose resident option. If you are an NRI, then you have to select this NRI option. Then next 2 options you can see carefully, because it's very important. First is new enrollment and update request. So new enrollment is nothing but if you don't have an Aadhaar, you are going for a new enrollment, then tick new enrollment option. If you have Aadhaar already, so you are going for any update or corrections, you have to select this update request. So which is applicable, then just tick. So in this sample they given this update request because already they have Aadhaar, just they are going for update. If you are going for new Aadhaar, then just leave this Aadhaar number field as a blank. No need to write any NA are not applicable like this. Just leave it blank. If you are going for new Aadhaar enrollment, just leave this Aadhaar number field as a blank. Then you can start filling from full name field. If you have an Aadhaar, if you are going for correction or update, just write your Aadhaar number in this Aadhaar number field. So if you have a 12-digit Aadhaar number, just write it clearly. Then next, full name. If you don't have an Aadhaar, just write your name as per POI document, because in Aadhaar enrollment you have to produce, if you are going for a new Aadhaar, you have to produce POI, POA and DOB document to go for a new enrollment, which means new Aadhaar. So then they will consider your name as per your POI document. So better you can write your name as per your POI document. POI document is nothing but proof of identity document. Then better ensure this remaining documents also, your name should match with POI document, POA document and DOB document. All these three documents names should be 100% matched to go for a new enrollment. Then if you are going for update, if you are writing your Aadhaar number, then write your name as per your Aadhaar. Then next you can just if you don't have any lengthy names, then you can leave this next boxes blank. No need to write any not applicable, something like that. Then you can go to care of field. Care of field nothing but son of, daughter of, wife of and all. Now as per Aadhaar Act 2017 they have changed it to care of field. Now for everyone it will be considered as a care of only. So for care of field you can write your father name, mother name or your husband name or wife name, so whichever you want. If you don't want to mention your somebody's name in care of, then you can leave it blank. Then next option, house number, building, apartment. Then you can write your house number, house name or apartment name in the same field. You can just give some space, then you can write after your house number, then you can write your house name. If you are staying in apartment, you can just write your apartment number, then floor and your apartment name in the same line. Then next is street, road and lane. If you are having street name, then you can just write your street name or street number or something, whichever you want. If you don't have any street, just leave it blank. Then landmark. So if you have any landmark, you can write your landmark here. If you don't have any landmark, just leave it blank. Don't write any village name or your area name in this landmark field, because landmark should be landmark, like schools, colleges, petrol bunk, something like this. Don't write any area name in landmark, because it will not be considered as landmark. It should be considered as a area name only. Then you can write your area name in the next field, then your village name, then your post office, then your district name, then your state. Then next field you can leave it blank, or if your state having more than this field, then you can write it below also. Then you can write your pin code, then your date of birth. If you are going for your new Aadhaar, then write your date of birth as per your date of birth document. Or if you don't have any date of birth document, then you can write your clear date of birth here, date, month and year format. Then just right side you can see one photo pasting option should be, it will be there in this document. So you have to fix your photo, passport size color photograph should be, even recent passport size color photograph should be fixed in this right side space. And then above the photo, certifier should seal and sign. Above the photo, certifier should seal and sign should be there in this document. And certifier seal and sign should be cross seal and cross sign should be available in this above the photo. Then here left side, signature of the resident or thumb or fingerprint impression. If resident can be, if you can able to sign, then you can sign this portion. Or if you can able to sign, then you can put your thumb impression here. Then here second part will be certificate details. Certificate is nothing but, so after filling this form, to whom you are getting the certification, their details should be filled here actually. So their name and their designation, their office address, then their contact number. Contact number can be landline or their cell phone numbers can be filled here. Then down below, if you see this one big box, that will be signature and stamp of the certificate. There the certificate again should seal and sign. So here also above the photo also that certificate should seal and sign. Here also this down below box also certificate should seal and sign should be clearly visible on this certificate. Then above the box you can see checklist for the certificate. The certificate should check the certificate before signing this document. So those are no overwriting. This certificate should not be with any overwriting. It should be written clearly without any overwriting, without any whitener things. Issue date to be filled. So here date of issue should be filled. Then resident signature. Here resident signature should be there. Our residents cannot able to sign, then they can put their thumb impression there. Then certificate details should be filled. Here certificate details should be filled clearly before signing the document. Then resident photo is cross signed and cross stamped. So as I said before, so above the passport size color photo of this certificate should seal and sign clearly. It should be cross seal and cross sign. These things should be verified by the certifier. Then certifier, they can take the appropriate option which is applicable to them. So like if it is a gazetted A officer, they can take it as gazette officer A category. If they are a village panchayat head or mukhya officer, then they can choose the second option. Then if it is a group B officer, then gazette officer group B they can select. Then MP, MLA, Tahsildar, head of the recognized education institution. This can be applicable only for students and students like school students or college students. They can get from the principal. No need to, don't get from the administrative offices. It should be from the principal or headmaster. Then superintendent, warden, marten, head of the institutions or recognized shelter homes, so orphanages like this. Then next, finally EPF officer, employment offices will be there. So they can also sign the certificate. So even you can see this note they given in the down below of the certificate. So this format is applicable for POI document serial number 17, 20, 21, 22, 31, 32 serial numbers for POI document. Then 23, 24, 37, 38, 44 serial numbers for POA document. Then POR 13, 14 can be considered as a POR document. Then DOB document will be 4, 5, 14 and 15. So these serial numbers of the documents can be accepted for this gazetted format for going for a new Aadhaar enrollment or updates. So if you see POI, so they mentioned as a UIDAI Standard Certificate format. Example 17. So certificate of identity having photo issued by gazetted officers or Tahsildar. So if you are getting signature from any gazetted officers or Tahsildar, it can be considered as a POI document. And very important things, if you are going for a date of birth update or name, you should get the signature from gazetted officers, and if it is a gazette DOB update, date of birth update, it should be signature should be from the any government authority. So better you can get the signature from Group A officers, Group A category officers. It should be government authority. Otherwise, recognized education institutions, it will be applicable only for school students, college students, and this certificate should get from the principal or headmasters. Then only it will be valid for DOB update. Then if you are having any issues with date of birth, you can get from the EPF officer also to update your date of birth. Then head of the institutions. So as I said, from the education institution also you can get, but it should be from the principal or headmaster. So using this certificate, you can go for an Aadhaar Enrolment or update which is applicable to you. So I hope this video is very useful to you. Please don't forget to subscribe this channel and don't forget to click the bell icon to get more informative videos from my side. Thank you.